All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt, and today I would like to bring to your attention thousands of legal murders that occur every day. The victims of these murders were not killed by weapons or violence or accidental causes, and their murderers were not their mortal enemies or some disgruntled person in society. Their murderers are their own mothers. I'm speaking, of course, about abortion. My partner and I propose that the United States writes an amendment declaring abortion unconstitutional and illegal. Abortion is immoral. Thousands of innocent lives are extinguished every day. This is essentially infanticide, or the murder of an infant. The Center for Bioethical Reform states that approximately 42 million abortions take place each year on a global scale, and 115,000 occur on the daily. Now, on a national scale, in 1996, the United States alone had 1.37 million abortions, or about 3,700 per day. Now, this information may be dated, and admittedly the abortion rate in America was stagnant for a decade after this statistic was taken. But according to an article in USA Today, in 2006, the number of abortions grew by 3%. Now, my opponents may argue that abortion is necessary because of rape victims or pregnancies that result from incest, while in fact the main reason that women choose abortion are weak and not significant enough to terminate a life. Once again, from the Center for Bioethical Reform, 1% of all abortions occur because of rape or incest. 6% occur because of possible health problems for either the child or the mother, and 93% of all abortions in America occur for social reasons, such as the child is unwanted or seen as an inconvenience to the parents. 93%. This piece of data shows that by far the greatest reason for a woman to choose abortion is because they simply do not want to have a child at this point in time. Which leads me to say, buy a pack of condoms, come on. Another pro-life argument is to say that the fetus growing inside of the woman is not a living thing, or at least isn't when it is aborted. The Abortion Access and Information Center states that an abortion is legal in the United States all the way up until the end of the second trimester, or about 24 weeks. This same source says that a fetus's heart begins to beat and pump blood at 3 weeks, and it is able to hear sound at 20 weeks. Therefore, abortions frequently occur while the fetus is still alive, or has come to life. It cannot comprehend what is happening to it, or necessarily feel pain quite yet, or what it is going through, but nonetheless it is living. The current U.S. legislature allows these murders to happen, and legally at that. This is only going to make abortions more prevalent and accepted. Abortions have been legal in America since Roe v. Wade in 1973, and America has already seen a growing acceptance of abortions since then. This is like murder somehow becoming legalized, and people eventually thinking of murder as totally acceptable, and if anything, something to be encouraged if necessary. Teenage abortion rates are also rapidly rising. Planned Parenthood says that in many states across the United States, a teenage girl can get an abortion without even informing her parents. And yes, California is one of these states. Abortion only costs about $300 to $950 as well. Now, this is no paltry sum of money, but that much money is reasonably easy, or at least possible, for a teenage girl to acquire. As previously stated, abortion is becoming more and more acceptable in America, even amongst pro-lifers. The Kaiser Health Tracking Poll states that in a nationwide survey, 45% of people surveyed stated that they strongly agree that a woman has the right to terminate her pregnancy within its beginning months, while 19% somewhat agree. 11% somewhat disagree, 24% strongly disagree, and 2% were unsure. Based on this information, abortion is acceptable amongst 64% of the population, outnumbering 35% of the people that do not agree with abortion by almost a 2-to-1 ratio. Amending the Constitution would effectively neutralize these infanticides and their growing level of tolerance. If made illegal, abortion clinics would be shut down all across the nation, and hospitals would not be allowed to perform them. The fact that it's illegal would make the public view abortion in a negative connotation. People's eyes will be opened to how immoral and wrong it is. It would also help slow the teen pregnancy rate, because if you get pregnant, you can't terminate it. These legislations would help in all of these ways. This legislation would help in all of these ways. But by far the most important outcome of making abortion illegal is saving millions of innocent lives from coming to a premature end.